Good morning. My name's Chris Oldroyd. With my wife, St Mary's and the Church Centre were our church for a long time during Simon Regent's Day. We really enjoyed it. What I'm really loving is becoming a little bit more involved again now and to seeing some good faces who I know well, and that's a real joy. Children, did you cut out those little feet pictures that Helen asked you to do, and did you write on it those things that she'd suggested that you might want to write? I hope that one day you'll get a chance to share all the things that you wrote down about the things that you wished you could do during this lockdown. Uh, Friday, as you know, was the time when we celebrated the 75th anniversary of the E-Day, Victory in Europe Day, and that particularly reminded me of a very precious gift that an officer in my regiment gave me some years ago. It's this chalice and pattern, which belonged to his grandfather. His grandfather was an army padre, a chaplain in not the Second World War, but the First World War, over 100 years ago. And he was with the Gordon Highlanders, and he served in France and Belgium. And chaplains in those days had a pretty tough time because they would pray for soldiers, often right on the front, where they where they were dying. And they would go and the chaplains would pray for them, and where appropriate, they'd offer them communion. So I always think that it's, I love to, I love to look at this and imagine that this chalice will have probably felt the lips of many, many soldiers who drank from this chalice in their final moments. And it's such a privilege to have it. I don't often use it, but this is a special occasion. And I thought it'd be good to do that, especially as we're going to be celebrating communion a bit later on in the service. My wife Fran said to a friend a couple of days ago, Chris is going to do a sermon on Zoom on Sunday. And the friend said, really, how much can you say about Zoom? But you'll be relieved to know that I'm not going to talk about Zoom, but about that wonderful discourse that Jesus had with his disciples that John read to us. Jesus was saying, don't be worried, trust in me, because I'm going to prepare a place for you in my Father's house. Isn't it wonderful how he has gone to prepare a special place? He's going to come back and he's going to bring you and me to a special place, specially prepared for us if we know him. He promises not only that he's going to bring us there, but that we're going to live with him there in heaven forever. So the question is, how do we get there? And that was St. Thomas's very, very wise question. He said, but Lord, how do we get there? Thomas was saying, what's the way there? And what is that travel document with our name on it that is going to help us to arrive at that destination that we need? What's that travel document that is going to get us there? What's that ticket? I've got a rail card here which entitles me to journey on the train wherever I want and to get to the destination that I want. And it's got my own name on it. And it's a special ticket just for me. So what is that special ticket that can be ours with our own name on it? Jesus tells us. He says, I am the way. No one can get to heaven without me. He says, knowing me is a ticket that's going to guarantee your destination. So the question we need to ask ourselves is, do I know him? Not know about him, but do I know him? And there's an eternity of difference in those two. But there's more. The more we get to know him, the more we enjoy his company, and the more we enjoy the journey. And what a wonderful, exciting journey it can be. Let me read you verse 12. Jesus says this, I tell you the truth. Anyone who has faith in me will do what I've been doing. He will do even greater things than these because I'm going to the Father. Isn't that wonderful? Whatever I have been doing, you also can do. He promises that if we believe in him, that's exactly what we can do. We can do just what he did. What did he do? Well, many things that we read about in the Gospels. For instance, despite the continual opposition that he faced, he always walked in personal peace, and how much we need personal peace. He spoke words from God which were unassailable in their wisdom and their clarity. He knew things about people that only God had showed him. And of course, he healed countless numbers. And he promises that we will do exactly the same. That is what makes life exciting. That is what makes the journey exciting. He promises that we can all do these things, all of us. And I know that is so from my own personal experience, and I know that many of you have also discovered that too. So, as we look forward to Pentecost in 3 weeks' time, the great outflow of God's Holy Spirit from heaven to us, to give us power to do these things that he did, and to know him, and the power to walk with him on his way to heaven. As we look forward to this wonderful time of Pentecost, let's be on our knees asking him, Lord, give me more power of your Holy Spirit, that I might do these things too, that I might become more like you in character and commission, in who you are and in what you do. And he promises to us that he will give us, he will answer that request. Because he says, you may ask me for anything in my name and I will do it. So simply ask him and then give it a go. When this service goes onto the internet and onto YouTube, and anyone who might have unexpectedly found themselves here, that is not a mistake. That is not by chance. Jesus has invited you here, and you're here because he's invited you. He's brought you here. So I ask you, do you know Jesus? Do you personally know him? Do you have that travel document with your own personal name on it that is going to guarantee your destination in heaven with him? You can. It's his invitation to you today. So you can find us on our website. It's quite simple. It's just liphookchurch.co.uk. Don't hesitate to get in touch, and we will be delighted to show you the way. And so for now, God bless you.